Hey everybody, it's Joe Haygood here, aka mclazyj. We're back. It is Monday. And we're gonna be playing some Danganronpa. Ronpa. I always want to say Rompa, but it's Ronpa. So basically, we're at the start of the first trial. Sayaka has been killed. We have no skills yet. We're doing this one live.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick? What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
Wow.
Friendship penetrates?
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Ah. Now...
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Okay, so... That's okay. We'll show the instructions. So... The idea here is that we're all in a high school. Everybody here is the ultimate something. Ultimate baseball player. Ultimate business person. Ultimate swimmer. Ultimate martial artist. Ultimate biker gang leader. Yeah, it's weird. But they all walk in and then they pass out and then they wake up and they notice the school has changed. All the windows are locked. All the doors are locked. There's no way in, no way out. And Monokuma, the bear, is kind of this taunting captor that has basically said, if you want out, you have to kill somebody and get away with it. Okay, so here we're shooting.
The one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
I don't know how to shoot it. Okay, why?
No, that's why.
Why?
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
There was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Between Sayaka and the killer.
That's the question. We don't know who the struggle was with.
So you're saying Sayaka Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Sorry.
That's okay.
So what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Yes.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
The ultimate fanfic writer? Oh, excuse me.
To kill her.
Oh.
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
Yes.
So the killer used some random knife they...
No, it's wrong.
It wasn't random, bro.
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
The music in this game is really good. By the way, let me know if the balance is off. I can turn the music up or down.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yes,
And if you look
Mondo.
real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
Yeah. Thank you, Kyoko.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's weirdly on our side. There's gotta be a breakthrough waiting for us. Yes. Okay, but I don't want to do that because there is an achievement for doing it, and this is the easiest trial, you would think, or I think. Because it's kind of the tutorial trial.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret.
No! Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness?
Yeah, boom!
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? Just to be perfectly clear, the knife just...
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hino was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay.
Bam!
Then what about this?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So there's no point in helping anyone.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief. Enough already. No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case.
There's no accomplices.
Did I say that out loud?
There's no accomplices. Stop it.
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just...
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Yes.
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms. But it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned
That's
room.
right.
So, I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem. A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome.
It's unwholesome.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore. Sayaka.
Sayaka.
She's the one who came to the dining hall.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yes.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Wow.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it?
Yes.
In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
This is true.
See? He did do it after all.
He did do it after all.
You're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction? You possess a
Most terrifying talent.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer. wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you—
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Let's hear more. Okay. Okay, so shoot the letters. That's right. You gotta keep shooting them, turning them colors. Duh. I kind of forgot. I'm like, I know it's hair, but I didn't know you had to keep shooting the letters to make them disappear.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there.
Sayaka.
That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means—
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto...
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the
absence of some hair?
There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
Yes.
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind.
Oops.
I got it!
Yes.
Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Hey, Tentis Gear, what's happening?
What doorknob?
I can't spell. Reading fun. Was it reading fun tonight? What is that? Is that Apex? Hey, Foppin. Uh-oh. Ah! You gotta be a mod. I'll get you, though. Playing art. Okay, Destiny. I couldn't tell, but
My bathroom. It was completely broken.
yeah, it was completely broken.
See how the top part was unscrewed?
need to move my head because it's in the way of the text, I noticed. I guess I could have just turned my...
Oh, yeah, true.
But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So how's everyone doing? How was the stream? Tent Scare, was it good? Was it a good stream? Positive stream? Negative stream?
So what?
You guys were doing It
break
Takes
the door
Two,
in your own
right?
room?
Wonder why I came up with, what did it say you were last playing? Reading? Yeah, why didn't it come up with It Takes Two? Oh, okay. Okay. I got you.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
My bad. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you might want to change.
Okay, then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Hopefully that will help you understand. Ah. Is there a reason that your computer can only go that long? Is it a heat thing? Or, I mean, is there something that's causing it to crap out at that point? Ah. I gotcha. Time to water cool that shit. Sure, let's learn about more.
Physical contact. Can you move?
Ray, come in, please.
That feels so funky. Spengler, I'm with Beckman. You got slime.
That's great, Ray. Save some for me.
All right. Let's see. Okay, so now it's a matter of we gotta make sure we shoot the right one. I gotcha. Oh no. Ow. Oh. Spin that room around. Load that bullet. Time to shoot some shit.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
In Makoto's room.
Sayaka was first attacked in the main room.
Nope.
She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
Oh, I missed it.
Finally.
Oh no, I missed it. Thanks for jinxing me. Thanks for jinxing me. Thanks for jinxing me. Oh my goodness. God damn it. You jinxed me so bad.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door because Sayaka had locked it.
Oops.
No, it's wrong. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
They are 100% 2D models. Oh, so you're a Mondo guy?
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
I know, he comes off as such an asshole, and then he's actually really nice.
That is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
True as true can be.
But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have
That's
such a
cruddy door.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
I got it!
The crime took place in my room.
My room.
Huh. That's actually funny.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's
inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Say what?
Well, to be more
See, I like
specific,
Kyoko.
What the killer didn't
The
know
hair
was
and the
that
purple
Makura and
eyes.
Sayaka had switched rooms. Which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
It's on Game Pass right now, so you can get some achievements in it. Why do you think I'm
ultimately,
playing
we
it?
can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But
I know, but it's on Game Pass and you can get achievements. You're not hearing me here, are you? I own it too. I played it. I've played it all the way through on Vita. I have it on Steam, but there's achievements.
the killer must have been considerably confused.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Yeah. I've played it through.
Definitely something
On
I
Vita.
wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening. Right?
That is a definite possibility.
I'm not gonna lie.
So the killer would have to be
Someone-
someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
That's right.
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
That's right.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Okay.
What happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Then we all die.
Why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? Do you really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something.
For serious. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
I also liked Zero Escape Virtuo's Last Reward. That's a good one by them. I never played 999. My wife has played a bunch of 999. I played Zero's Last Reward and got all the trophies, got the platinum.
Oh, as a matter
That's a
of fact,
lot of endings
I do
to
have
play
one
through.
question.
Yeah, I have the collector edition for the PlayStation. It came with 999 and Zero's Last Reward. And I bought that after I had bought it on Vita because my wife wanted to try it. So I bought it for the PlayStation. And then I also own, what's the last one? Zero Escape. I'm forgetting the name of it. And I finished that one, but I didn't get all the endings. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's funny. I've played the second one. I played the second one to completion, like everything, every ending, I got every trophy, platinumed it, but I've never played the first game, 999. My wife has played a bunch of the first game.
It's fine, it's fine.
And like I said, I finished the last one. Man, that story, it goes some places. How all three of those games tie in together is fucking nuts.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Oh, I don't doubt it, because there's somebody in suspended animation in the second game, and when you start to figure out who that person is and how they got there and the convoluted nature to link those all together is nuts.
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up.
But that second
That's
one is
possible,
so
right?
crazy to get like the ultimate ending. How many times you have to play that thing through to see all the clues to get the perfect ending.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
then maybe someone picked the lock?
Did someone pick the
Negative.
lock?
If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Then again,
How about this? The killer got in the
you're talking about someone that played Dead Rising, and to get the best ending in that game, oh boy, that was a game where I got the zombie genocider achievement, which means you had to kill 53,594 zombies, and there's a tunnel you can drive through to get a bunch of kills, and there's a car at one end and a car at the other end. So I spent an hour or two a night for 5 nights driving up and down this tunnel, right? Until I popped that achievement. Then I went to the rooftop of the mall, and I left my 360 on for I think 10 real hours to simulate 3 days passing in the game. So I could get picked up, and I got the worst ending in the game. But it didn't matter because I finished the game after getting the zombie genocider achievement. Then you restart the game, and when you get to the first hideout, you get a Mega Man blaster that's a one-shot, one-kill weapon. Then you can cruise through that game to get the best ending. So good.
No, that can't be it either.
And every time you leave the hideout and come back after so many minutes, you get an ammo refill for that thing. So you always have 300 shots. I will have to ask. Yeah, I've never played 999. I watched her play a little bit of it here and there.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like
Somebody
someone
doesn't know his
place.
place. Hifumi is a terrible stereotype. He is.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
It's switching rooms, right? Yeah.
I got it!
I got it!
Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why
Yeah,
she
I know,
switched
it's
rooms
true.
in the first place.
She'll probably think I want sex if I come up to her and say I want a Yampas.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
Well, she probably, well, shit.
What if her being scared was
Was
a
a
lie?
lie.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something
Because
like
she
that?
knew you were a patsy that would get killed for
I
her.
know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility? I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketchup, when I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly
I'm so
useful
smart,
sometimes.
but I won't tell you the answer.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room. Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No.
I didn't, but
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Yep, she treated you like a patsy, fool.
but why?
She sold you out.
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
You know, I just noticed that as well.
You got an invitation like that from the ultimate
Hold on a
pop
second.
sensation. What young man could resist?
Let me see if I can do something about that. Oh, well, let's do this. There are a couple things we can do. How about that? That looks a little better. Killed some CPU cycles.
Of course, I'm only into 2D,
Discord
so
was
it
eating up a
wouldn't have
shit
any
ton of
effect on me.
cycles. I closed Discord, now it works fine. Don't ask me what Discord was doing, but it was doing it.
Anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
And Celeste, I don't like Celeste. That hair creeps me out.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
Pay attention. truth bullet.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto...
No, it's wrong.
No, that's wrong.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
Yeah, he is. The fortune teller is 25 because he was held behind.
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms.
Everyone's
themselves.
like in shock. Mondo over there like,
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name.
Chihiro gets done dirty.
And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked
as her room. Yes, it was.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Yes.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
I'm actually going to be getting a new laptop.
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
I got it!
Sayaka.
Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms.
Yeah, I know.
So the only other person
I just felt
besides
bad.
me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note.
Oh. Check the nameplates. I love how basically he's finding out that he's just a patsy, that she totally was using him. Like, you'd do anything for me, right? To make sure I was safe and I could get out of here? You'll die for me, right?
She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
You'll die for me, right?
But why would she switch them in the first place?
Why would she switch him in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is,
you goddamn idiot. You goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her
You
killer.
goddamn idiot.
Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... We just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
That hair is just so good. What is going on there?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
I got it!
I got it!
All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist. And it should become
It's
pretty
just
clear.
so... And that perfect point and the float. Like, it doesn't fall at all. It just sits there.
Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that
It's gold. Nothing can hear it, believe it. Pretty much. I have the Ace Attorney trilogy on Xbox as well that I need to play at some point.
You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
It's the one DS game I played. I did play some of it on a stream, I believe, a little bit of it. But I might start it again because I'm only in the first mission. It was a bet that I did when I was writing over at Aeropause doing freelance writing, and I said, "Hey, I've never played a DS game. Pick a DS game for me to play." And Ace Attorney was the game that they picked. Well, maybe I'll play some of that on the stream moving forward on Monday nights.
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword! Right there on her wrist!
Right there on her wrist!
I see.
And so the truth draws ever closer. I have all three. I could play them all. Ah.
All right, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
Either that or you end up just watching them on my YouTube channel. I put all my archives up on YouTube, so... Oh, so you play Ace Attorney like I play Mass Effect. A lot. And over and over. What happened in my room stays in my room. Might as well. Oh, multiple truth bullets. This screwed me up because I didn't use the right truth bullets. I didn't know you could switch bullets. I didn't read this on the Vita version. And I'm like, I can't switch. How do I shoot that? It's not working. And then I realized, oh, you can switch the bullets. Oh, shit.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
What's wrong? You're wrong, old man. Who's only half my age,
no.
and I'm calling him old
I
man.
don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Did you watch any? Have you had a chance to see any of the anime?
So I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
I need to turn down the volume. I think I'm yelling too much.
If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
That's right.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
He took that from her too.
After they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
I got it!
Your palms.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off.
Just comes right off.
In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
I love this music though.
Sorry.
It's like you can just groove to it. Although the main menu music starts to grate on me after a while.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
No, that's not it at all.
Why are you so crazy?
I got it!
The water was
According
off.
to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts
Also,
off
how
at
does the
nighttime,
stream look
right?
now? I bumped up to 1080-60. And I was curious if it looks better. I mean, like I said, I did it because I figured Twitch is going to down throttle you to whatever speeds you can handle. So I thought, what the hell? So when I'm at home, I've been streaming at 1080-60 the last probably the last week.
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh, that's some stank.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Why does it look like he has ball sacks for eyes right there?
Insult, obviously.
Yeah, I have it set to 1080-60, and I think I have it at 6,000 bit rate right now.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means...
Which I think is the max you can do. I'm assuming you could set your stream rate to go 15 frames if you wanted to. It'd be weird. Be like stop animation, like mine did earlier. Yeah.
But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka?
She had the kitchen knife.
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka! Etsy does Twitch layouts?
Sayaka?
I would have to check that out, because that seems weird. Is it like contract ones, or they're already pre-made?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Ah, that's cool. I have to look at that. I've just been using ones out of the can from whatchamacallit, from Streamlabs. Same one I've been using for years. I'm not saying it to be mean. I just never really thought of it. I always thought of Etsy as physical gifts, you know, physical stuff. I'm just being honest.
These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms...
That's, you know, sometimes stress, it makes sense.
...was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility.
Is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying, and by committing the murder there instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to
Patsy.
work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Yep.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid, or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all...
Oh yeah, she had this all planned out, buddy. You was a patsy.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken.
And she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd
Planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You're being super boring right now. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish...
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
All right. Yeah. But what does 11037 mean? Excuse me.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
No, it's wrong.
Break that argument, bitch.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Dining?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be...
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask. Can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Yes. Can we really be sure that she was the one that wrote it? I am not certain. She could just be really dumb.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used
her
that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure.
I
think we
see.
can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a...
What do those
computer nerd or
numbers
whatever,
even
right?
mean?
You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there, so I assumed it was 1-1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something
Worth a shit. He might have just said something worth a shit. That makes sense. We want bubblegum colored blood.
But even if that
It's kind of like back in the day. The only way that Mortal Kombat got on the NES was because they made the blood gray. It's also why the Genesis version outsold the Nintendo version, I think 5-1, maybe 6-1.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Oh my god.
Huh? So, whose name?
Leon Kuwata.
The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180
Rotate
degrees.
it. I'm gonna leave the music on and put my BRB. I gotta go to the bathroom really fast, so I'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Oh, man. So here's the problem. When you're when you have an ostomy bag, you kind of don't have a choice when it's got to be emptied. It has to be emptied. It has to be emptied. So at some point, it's like, well, guys, guess what? I got to go. So there we go. Sorry.
If you turn the message, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
And honestly, I'm always shitting myself.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately,
I think I've actually might have told this story on a podcast or on here at least once on the stream.
Just a coincidence.
I got married about 9 months after I had gotten my ostomy bag. And
It's just a bunch of
I had only slept with like one other person before then. And so me and my wife were getting amorous. And I hadn't quite always learned positions of bags when in certain positions, and it got squished between us, and I shit all over my wife.
No, it's not random at all.
Literally. And because it's an ileostomy, it's before the acidity gets soaked out of it. So I had to rush my wife into the shower so she wouldn't get like irritation burns on the skin. Plus, it's right by the pelvis, so it's like I don't want you to get E. coli on top of it. So, yeah. Let's just say I did not get a happy finish or a happy ending.
She was leaning up against it.
But we got cleaned up and finished after that. Yeah, well, thankfully it wasn't too bad. It was just the skin was a little blistered, but nothing that wouldn't go away. But yeah.
In that position, she couldn't move to write normally and had to write upside down, as it were.
That's why when I have to change this bag, like every 3 to 4 days, sometimes 5 or 6, depending on how well it does and how well it's put on, the skin around the ostomy is always red and irritated because even with the barrier paste you put on it and everything, there's just so much acidity that comes out. So when you have to put that paste on, it's like someone's pouring alcohol on your skin. It's really bad.
Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
It's like, I don't want to die, so let me try to find a way out of this.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?
Yes. I got it!
You mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
I got it!
As the killer
Yes.
stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But not all of it.
And got left behind.
Oh, he's sweating now.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to. You're right.
that alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yes, they're all right there, and you keep wanting to like not answer them. If you know the answer, just say it. We're all on the verge of getting killed, but no, I'm gonna sit here and play coy as shit to let you answer.
I think so.
It's like we're literally on the verge of being killed if we don't get this right. She knows the answer, but like, I'm not saying anything, motherfucker. I got it!
If you look closely at how the shirt was disposed
You would think if you know you're going to get killed if you get this wrong, you're not gonna be like, you get this. I'll just sit here on the answer. No, motherfucker, you'll be like, look, that's the motherfucker that did it. I ain't dying for his shit.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either. You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash.
Right?
Interesting.
What? It's like he just... Time to load that bullet. Time to shoot this motherfucker.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
Oops. Damn it. I got it wrong.
Shoot.
Damn it.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
There it is.
Hold on. I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
How?
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator.
But how?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
I got it!
Throw that
The
motherfucker.
killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
Launch that thing.
All they had to do was hit that switch.
And it
the
would come to
incinerator
life.
would come to life.
Someone through a gap in the gate?
Through a gap in the gate?
Remember what you said before, Hifumi?
Hifumi? It was turned off.
Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least
30 feet.
30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Difficult, absolutely.
Because the killer
I
is...
don't think so. Because the killer is...
the ultimate baseball star.
Because the killer is the ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer! These goddamn shipper-brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you!
You still won't admit it? Okay then. Makoto, go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
And this?
What you want, Leon. But all
The truth has
questions
been
have
revealed.
answered, and the truth has been revealed. Now here's what happened.
Sure. That's right. He sort of becomes a mass murderer by the end of this when you think about how many people he has put to death. Granted, they've killed people too. So, is he bad? Maybe lawful evil? Closing. Okay. I know this is gonna go here, right? That's gonna go there. Well.
Here's exactly what happened.
I think I got that right.
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room. From what we can tell, Sayaka... She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for.
She wasn't prepared for this.
They grabbed the fake sword I put in my room and fought back.
Ooh.
During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist.
Damn it.
The killer is you! During the struggle, a strike...
Okay. So I screwed up one
That's
part.
when she lost her grip. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the... The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took... and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength
She had remaining, she wrote his name.
Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there.
Yep.
Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there, but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room.
Bam!
The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw. But the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And
Take the
that's
shot!
Because the killer was the ultimate
Baseball star.
The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, but there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and
Fell out of the incinerator. Shit
The killer
happened.
didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence.
I found you, motherfucker.
Isn't that right, Leon?
Download
It would
complete.
appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? seen the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you
Object to anything that's been said.
Do I object?
And I'm sure they don't have luminol.
Hell yes, I object. Of course I do. I object. I object. I object. I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories. You need evidence. Where's the evidence? Without evidence, it's all bullshit. It's bullshit, and I refuse to acknowledge it.
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves
you did it.
Makoto, I believe.
Absolutely. The BTB, BTW. Okay. I think I got it.
When the killer removed the screws from
It's
the
been a
door,
while since I've
they
done
used
this, so
something
yeah.
in your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid.
You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Stupid, 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 stupid.
He's losing it. Okay, so A, and then Y to target, Y to shoot. Okay.
Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. You kidding me? Not a chance. You lie. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lie. Shut up. Where's your proof? This should prove.
Bam. No.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
What could it be?
It had to be a screwdriver, right?
Thanks, Mondo. Thanks for kindly chiming in and helping us out here.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
Yeah, thanks, old idiot that keeps failing high school.
That must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room.
They thought they were in Sayaka's room. I know you're trying to say Monday, but I always, when I read that, I'm like, is Monday the smartest?
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Stupid, 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 stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
he's just broken now. He's so broken.
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then
I like Monday the smartest.
the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used. Stupid!
Huh? And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Pit?
Stupid.
Just broke him. Pit?
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Stupid? Stupid? Hey. Ooh. Ooh, rare achievement. What's a mistrial? I'll take that. Ooh, another one. Not from concentrate. That's the one I wanted to get.
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it
To
to
make your
selections.
selections.
Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Kind of like how I punished something earlier. The toilet. Boom. Celebrate. Guilty. Looks like you got it on right on the money. The one that killed Sayaka was none other than Leon Kuwata. No.
Huh?
Are you saying you're gonna kill me?
You son of a bitch!
You son of a bitch.
I didn't have a choice. So that's why. None of you are any different! I was just unlucky. That's all. Hey, come on!
Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we were wrong. Because if what we came up with is really the truth, the truth was Sayaka was trying to frame me. It's all because of that video. I'd do
No
anything.
matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my
Taste my fake tears.
Ba-bum, ba-bum. Phew.
Yeah. That is very despairing. She wasn't forced, though. She chose.
That's enough. Calm down.
Damn it.
Ba-bum. Yes, indeed.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second! Yeah, that's it.
Is that okay?
How is it self-defense?
Do you understand?
So, that's why...
Oh.
I love just Leon like,
Unbelievable. Hey,
Just shut up.
Thrills, chills, kills!
I'm begging you! Please, don't do this!
Hey, come on now.
Stop! Please!
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kuata, the ultimate baseball star.
No!
Let's give it everything we've got.
It's punishment time!
No!
Even there, it's all 2D. It's a batting cage. Oh, damn. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that would kill him. Oof. 1,000 baseballs? Oof. Oof. Ah! Extreme!
I can't take it.
Well?
Huh.
Damn you!
Fuck you!
What the heck? Say what? Well... Hey,
Ha! Piece of shit.
What does this mean?
Hey.
Thrills, chills, kill!
Hey.
Just like that, he was gone. Scared of being alone. No worries. Have a good evening. Thank you for stopping by, though, Foppin. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out and sticking around with the raid. I hope you have a good evening. Get some sleep. Mundo Owata. Chihiro Fujisaki. Makoto Naegi. My wife saw that name the other night when I was playing. She's like, Makoto Nagano. Because he was like in the original Ninja Warrior, which we used to love watching on G4 TV back in the day. My son used to think of him as a hero. Like he was his inspiration to do better when he would act up.
Just a second.
I need to be like Makoto Nagano. That was his thing. He used to want his grandpa to make him a Ninja Warrior jump hang in the backyard, like this thing with a little ledge on, so he could try to each his way up.
Makoto.
It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You have to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka had betrayed me by myself, didn't you?
It's true.
Yeah.
However...
She wrote the name.
Certainly. Anyway...
She was uncertain. She was sure she wasn't sure she could kill someone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
I can never move past their deaths. No. I'm going to carry them with me the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon, Sayaka. I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you're choosing the hard road? Well, I have high expectations. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How'd you know I wanted to talk to you about Sayaka? Oh well. I'm psychic.
What?
Ah! Kidding. I just have pretty good intuition. Chapter 1. To survive. Complete. The Despair Bat present. One is the loneliest number that we ever had. One is the loneliest number. Okay. I am going to save it right there. I know I just saved it, but I'm going to save it again. And that's going to do it for me for the evening. But I want to thank everybody who came by, including Tensekier and Foppenards. Plus we had a few other people popping in and out that were lurking.